Salvete discipuli. We're coming to you today from Taylor Street Baptist Academy. Peaches says Salve.
Hello.
All right. Ray says hello, and he's got the nice bedhead look going. Do you too? I bet you do too. Send me a picture. I told the third graders one of the many things that bothers me about this whole situation of a homeschooling is that I have to look at myself when I video instead of looking at your cute faces. So send me a picture, it'd be nice. All right, today's lesson is going to be chapter 5. There are only 4 weeks left of school, 4 official weeks left of school starting yesterday. So the last week of school, spoiler alert, no Latin. All right, I don't want to hear all the cheering. Okay. So there's going to be 3 weeks more of Latin class, and today I'm going to do a chapter 5 video, and then next week I'll do a part 2 for chapter 5. Then we'll do some reviewing and we'll see how many words you learned this year in this abbreviated year. So we're going to start today's lesson with saying Pledge of Allegiance to the Christian flag. We don't know that one in Latin. But the American flag in Latin. So, Ray, you're going to have to stand up to salute to the pledge. Salute to the flag. I'm really confused today. Here we go. You ready? Fidem meam obligo, vexillo civitatium, Americae foederatorum, et rei publicae pro qua stat, uni nationi, Deo ducente, non dividendi, cum libertate, Justitique omnibus. Don't know if you could see that, but Peach has decided she did not want to be a part of Latin class, so she has gone under the table. So Ray, leave her alone. She doesn't want to be a part of Latin class. All right. Let's review a few things of grammar that we should know. All right, student, up in your chair, up in your chair. Okay. A couple of things that we should remember about Latin in general. First of all, what is grammar? Ray, I see your hand up. What is grammar? Uh-oh. Put him on the spot. Does anyone else know what grammar is?
How a language works.
Oh, right. Yes, it's how a language works. So let's talk a little bit about Latin grammar and the things that we've learned so far. Easy stuff. First of all, let's list the 8 parts of speech. Latin, English, French, Spanish, doesn't matter. There's 8 parts of speech. Here we go. All 8. Ready? Ray, go for it.
Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, interjection, conjunction.
Exactly. And we have learned a little bit about each of those 8 parts of speech in Latin, whether you remember that or not. Okay, so nouns. Person, place, thing, or idea. That's easy. We're going to talk a little bit about, no, actually we're talking about more about verbs today. So, who can remember why the ending on a noun changes? Oh, Ray, I see your hand.
Because it's got to agree with the verb.
No. He was just doing his grammar lesson. So, nouns and subjects and verbs, yes, they do have to agree, and they have to agree in Latin too. But the ending on a noun tells you what job it's doing in the sentence. The ending on the noun will tell you whether it's the subject or the direct object or the object of the preposition or an indirect object. You know, all these different noun jobs in the sentence. That's what the ending on a noun tells you. What does the ending on an adjective tell you? Remember what the rule is about nouns and adjectives in Latin, right? Nouns and adjectives must
agree.
Oh my goodness, he is so rusty. He's getting soft and squishy mentally here at home. Oh my goodness. Are you too? Hopefully not. Okay, nouns and adjectives must do what?
Agree.
They must agree. They must agree in 2 ways. What are the 2 ways?
Gender and well, I know it, but it's
someone else?
singular,
Someone else? Who, do I see someone's hand up? Lexi, is your hand up? Yes. Number and gender. He forgot the number. Yes. So nouns and adjectives must agree in number and gender. right? Right. Like you can't say puella bonus est. The girl is good because bonus is US, that's a masculine ending, and puella ends with an A, it's feminine, and so they have to agree. Puella bona est. The girl is good. Puellae boni sunt. The girls are good, right? Girls are better than boys, right?
No.
Depends on who you are, what your opinion is. Okay, so the end on an adjective tells us if it is singular or plural. It also tells us what gender it is, and that's because nouns and adjectives in Latin have to agree with one another. Okay, we've talked a lot about verbs, and we've learned some interesting things about verbs. Number one thing to remember is the ending on a Latin verb tells you something. Is he going to know this answer? What does the ending on a Latin verb tell you?
Who's doing the action?
Oh, phew. Man, all my ability as a teacher and a mother, it's going down the drain. All right. The ending on a Latin verb tells you who is doing the action. So let's say the 6 present tense endings. These are present tense endings because when you translate these verbs that we've learned with these 6 endings that we're going to say in a minute, you can only translate it in the present tense. For instance, scribo can only be translated I write or I am writing. It cannot be translated I wrote. There would be another ending for that. So let's say the 6 present tense endings. What are they? O,
S-T,
M-U-S, T-I-S-N-T. Come on, everybody do it. Ready? O-S-T, M-U-S, T-I-S-N-T. Right, you know, we learned the Mickey Mouse endings, the Mickey Mouse song tune for that. Okay. O-S-T, M-U-S, T-I-S-N-T. Okay, and that's not original with myself. Some Latin teacher long ago came up with that to help you remember the present tense verb endings. Now, we talked about some other kinds of interesting verbs. What do you call a verb that gives a command?
Imperative.
Oh, phew. Yes, he remembered that. Imperative. Imperatives give a command. You've probably heard a lot of imperatives recently. Get busy. Sit up straight. Do your work. Don't get sidetracked. Take out the garbage. Make your bed. Oh, those are imperatives, right? Right. And in Latin, an imperative ends with a te if it's plural. It ends with just a verb, just a, oh brother. It ends with a vowel if it's singular, like sede. That means sit. Surge. That means get up. But if I'm talking to all of you, it would be surgite, sedete, scribite. Yep, that means write. Laborate. That means work. Do your work. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's an imperative. We've also learned about infinitives. That's an advanced topic. Infinitives, Ray.
2 plus a verb.
Oh, yes. Infinitives, 2 plus a verb. Now, you've been talking about prepositions in your language class. And the word to, T-O, is a preposition. It's on the list. You learned those, right? Aboard, about, above, across, all those. Okay. So the word to is a preposition, but when it's followed by a verb, it's called an infinitive. To walk, to think, to sit, to run, to play, to concentrate, to think. All right, hopefully you're doing all those things. So those are infinitives. An infinitive is 2 plus a verb, and in Latin, that's like the foundation of every verb. If you know the infinitive form of the verb, you can conjugate it in any of the tenses, like scribere. Scribere means?
To write.
To write. Laborare.
To work.
Legere.
To read.
To read. Audire.
To listen.
Yes. Curare.
To run.
You all like to do that. Ambulare.
To walk.
Right. Equitare.
To ride.
Ooh, to ride. Except I like to ride bikes. I would love to ride a horse. They have some down the street. The farmer has some down the street, but he hasn't offered to let me ride them yet. But that would be fun. All right, so all of those are infinitives, and a Latin infinitive, if you'll look at your list, okay, I just realized last night when I was putting all this on RenWeb for today that I didn't give you a copy of Chapter 5 notes. They're not in Ray's binder anyway, and it didn't look like they were in your folder. Like I only gave you chapters 6 and 7. Either we misplaced the ones that I gave to him, or no one has chapter 5. So I put...
It will have been you.
Yeah, he's blaming me. All right, so I put a copy of them on the RenWeb page for today, didn't I? Yep, chapter 5 notes. So they're there, and you can copy them out. If you're the kind of person that likes to keep all the notes in your notebook neatly, that would be awesome. If not, you can just look at them for when you do this worksheet that I'm going to upload also. No, I don't need to upload it because that, I know, pretty sure was in your notes. So you can let me know about that. All right, so I'm trying to keep this short. Ray likes short videos. Yes, he's showing you a picture of the chapter 5 notes. I printed his out in color, so maybe if you have a color printer, you can print yours out too. All right, so we're talking about verbs, and in chapter 5, here they are. Look at this. In chapter 5, we're talking about impersonal verbs. You remember what an impersonal verb is?
No.
Okay, an impersonal verb, write it down. You could write it here in the margin next to this section. An impersonal verb is a verb with the subject of it. Now, does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. A verb with the subject of it, that's impersonal verbs, meaning not a person. It is raining. What is it is raining?
Oh, verb.
Pluit. The Latin.
No.
Pluit, no, it's a verb. Pluit. Pluit means it is raining. It's impersonal. The teacher can't rain. I can't do that. I can cloud up and rain on you, but that is figuratively speaking. I can't produce any precipitation. All right, so pluit is an impersonal verb. Necesse est. What's that mean?
It is necessary.
It is necessary for you to sit up straight in class. Sit up straight. Necesse est, facile est.
It is easy.
It is easy to sit up straight in class. Let's see. Let's read them. They're right here in front of me. Duh. Difficile est.
It is difficult.
It is difficult. It is not difficult to do Latin. Latin is not difficult. A lot of people are intimidated when I say, oh my goodness, I teach Latin. And they say, oh no, Latin? Really? Are you that smart? No, not really. Okay, I happen to love English, and Latin isn't that much harder. So, anyway, let's read through the impersonal verbs. Pluit.
It rains.
Tonat.
It thunders.
Ningit.
It snows.
It is snowing. Hopefully it won't snow anymore, right? Difficile est.
Is difficult.
Facile est.
Is easy.
Necesse est.
Is necessary.
Now, these are the two new ones. Mihi placet means I want or it pleases me. And tibi licet is
You are allowed.
you are allowed. Exactly right. All right, now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wondering if I've done chapter 5 already on a video. Maybe I have. He hasn't watched it, that's why he doesn't remember. All right, I'm gonna stop this one. We're already at 14 minutes, so I'm gonna stop this one. Hope you have a great day. That was a great review for chapter 5 and for basic grammar that you need to know. And I'll check, and if I've got this,
Wait, yes.
if I've got chapter 5, yeah, I think I've got chapter 5. I'm gonna check, maybe I haven't done part 2, and we'll listen to the second part of chapter 5. Pretty sure we translated this,
We should.
but I don't think we've translated the second part of the story, A Letter from Dacia. So I'll check on that and get back with you. For now, just get your other work done, and hopefully pretty soon I can get a video uploaded for you. Wale.